blood work or?
No, I'm just going to look at your wounds and go over a handout with you.
Okay. Hey, that's what I got, right? One of those?
Yes, one of those.
Is that the
It's
Depuy
this.
Attune?
This.
Oh, okay, wow. Look at that, how cool is that? Hey, we got a rubber band in there.
Wow, okay.
I can bend that puppy back as far as I want.
Oops,
Well,
if you
actually,
don't break
yours,
it.
there's a
I
post
broke
in the
my
back.
knee, I don't want to do that.
Right. There's actually a post. They take your ACL out, and so
Yeah.
there's a post so that you can't bend it all the way back like that.
Okay, what's the limitation of how far back I can bend it? Because I don't want to do that with my own knee.
As far back as it'll go, it's fine.
Okay, as far back as it'll go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad I saw that there. I don't want to do that with my knee, but I want to get as much flexion as I can. Do I have those rubber bands on the side, or is that just my
Those are
natural?
your
natural?
Those are your ligaments.
Yeah, those are my normal ligaments.
Yes.
Okay. So I can stretch those as long as I do it gradually.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll let you sit for just a minute before we do your blood pressure. Here's a handout that we go over. These are the kind of the do's and don'ts for the next couple of weeks.
I'm all past the pain and swelling, so I don't need about the pain or swelling.
Okay.
I basically figured my knees are a done deal. I need to start work on straightening my back here.
Okay. I do want to point out though that you're only 80% recovered at 3 months, 90% at 6 months. It does take an entire year for anyone to heal from the surgery. So that's the bone growing around the implant. Okay, so
I thought it was
if you,
epoxied in place.
there is a cement that had 2 antibiotics in there.
Okay.
So because that takes a year to grow around that,
Okay.
any new activities that you do, like if you decide to shovel the driveway in snow in February, you may still have some swelling and bruising or stiffness in that knee afterwards.
So hang on to the ice machine.
You could, or you could just use like a bag of frozen peas or anything on there.
I got an ice machine that works great.
Okay, you can certainly put that back on there if you want to keep it around.
Okay.
Absolutely. Some people do have numbness around their incision. I don't know if you've noticed that yet.
Not a problem.
Okay, and then you will have some good days and bad days. It sounds like you're having all good days. That's a good
I'm
thing.
having all good days.
Good, good. I want to review your medications with you.
Okay.
So the first one is the blood thinning medications. That's your aspirin. Are you doing that twice a day?
No, we quit after 7 days on any of that.
Okay, the aspirin is to make sure that you don't have a blood clot.
He's been very active and moving continuously, so there's no up and down, but
Okay. Well, we recommend that you take it for 30 days. So if you have any problems, make sure that you
He
give us a
also
call.
recommended I take pain medication. I didn't do any of that either.
Okay. So we can skip all that. You're not doing anti-inflammatories or
None of
anything
that.
like
Nothing at
that.
this stage. Yeah, just the vitamins my wife gives me.
Okay. We'll skip over to the back swelling. You said you're not having any swelling.
Nope.
Okay.
Actually, my swelling went down a half inch since the surgery. I measured it like right when I got home and then was measuring it the next day and it went down, never swelled up.
Okay. Well, let's do your incision care. So I'll take your bandage off today. We're not going to put another bandage on.
Okay.
We want you to keep it out of dirty water. So no bathtub, hot tub, or pools for 6 weeks. No
Okay.
oceans or lakes or anything.
Okay, so I can just be around and show everybody my disgusting scars?
Well,
Tell them
I
it's the
will put-
latest in tattoos?
I will put some steri strips on there for you. Give you a little extra support for a few days.
but he can get those wet. Whatever it is, he can get wet. He doesn't need to cover them anymore.
That's correct.
So you
Okay.
can jump in the shower at will now.
Yes.
Do we get all this gunk off here?
Yes, I have some adhesive remover for you.
Gunk remover, that's great.
Yeah. So you can get in the shower, you can get that incision wet. What you can't do is put any
Don't go in the hot
lotions,
tub.
vitamin E, nothing like that. No neosporin peroxide,
I ain't
nothing
need
on the
those.
incision.
Thinking maybe I'd want Australian Dream Cream, but the only thing that hurts is if I kneel on the incision. That hurts like heck.
But
Other than
but you're
that,
talking
there's
about
nothing.
not doing anything that will help dissolve the incision is what you're trying to get across to him, right?
No creams, no lotions,
Seems like
because
it's got
there's
some kind of
glue.
adhesive tape or something.
There's
on it
glue
that-
on there.
Glue, and you don't want to melt the glue that's in
Right.
between there by
Got it.
putting another cream in it. Okay.
So, lotion on the bottom part of your leg if you need
I
to,
can do it
nothing on the
without
incision.
lotion. But regular like bath soap is okay just to soap everything.
Yes,
That's
sir.
not a problem. The Axie body wash soap, I can just go everything, no problems.
Right,
Okay.
yeah. Let's see, wound drainage, sometimes we do get some wound drainage on there.
None
Clear
that I'm aware
liquid,
of, but I haven't
well, we're
pulled
gonna
the
take it off and
bandage
take a
off,
look,
too.
that's why
Right.
you're here today. So any kind of drainage that comes out, a drop or two is fine. More than that, we want you to give us a call.
Okay.
We wanna make sure that too much glue hasn't come off or anything.
Okay.
And then if you have any new calf pain, so what we're talking about is pain in the back of your leg, right in here. If that hurts when you touch it, if it's got a knot, if it's warm
It
to the
could be a
touch,
blood
or it
clot.
feels like a cramp in your leg,
And
it
they
could
told
be
me
a
to
blood
watch
clot.
out for red lines, it could be infections.
Right, so if any of that happens, then you need to give us a call.
Okay.
If you have
What do I do,
any,
just call Kaiser's regular number, or is there a special thing? I mean, I could die before I get a hold of a person calling Kaiser's regular number, and getting twirled around through
well, I'll
all the
make sure that you
options.
have the orthopedics number from 8 to 5.
Okay,
And other
that'll
than
help.
that, you call the main number on your
Oh,
card.
please.
All right.
I didn't put that in my final directives, but don't call the main Kaiser number. Don't have the robocaller call you.
So the sign of a blood clot that goes to your lungs, you would have chest pain, shortness of breath, some sudden dizziness. Any one of those or all three of those symptoms, you need to call 911.
Okay.
Because that
Yeah,
could be
she gets
dangerous.
everything, that's okay.
That's everything.
All right. Are you driving yet?
I was waiting for your permission.
Okay, you can drive. You're not taking pain medication
None
and
at
you're
all.
walking very well, so you're fine to drive.
All right, I was waiting to hear that. That's a big moment in my, yeah, but can I take off the stockings too?
Yes, you're done with that.
All right, yeah, you're all right. That's all I
I have all
need to hear.
good
is
news today.
I could dry and get rid of these stockings. That's all
Right.
I need to know.
I'm
Yes.
gonna let you sit for another minute here, a little bit higher.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
you're,
got
bring your
kinda
blood
excited
pressure.
when you told me I could drive.
Well, and it's showing, so take a few slow breaths, Tom,
Yes, dear.
because that doesn't look good. Let your
We recommend
excitement
that when you
come
get
out.
ready to drive, that you practice off the road first. So go to like an empty parking lot, let's say a church
I got
parking lot
one
during the week.
600 yards down the road.
So
Don't live
if
in
you
that
go to an
big
empty
place.
parking lot and just make sure that you can stop and start really quick, that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Okay, don't really get that idea.
So this shiny stuff is the glue.
Okay,
That's gonna turn white like this and start to flake off. You'll probably find it in your sheets or on the towel after a shower, that's fine.
okay. It doesn't look like we're getting a whole lot of drainage there.
This is for
No
you
drainage.
people online that don't think you really had it happen.
Yeah, people don't think I really had simultaneous double knee surgery 2 weeks ago.
And so he's been talking to people and they say, we want to see your scars. We don't believe you really had it. Because this isn't what they've experienced. Of course, he's
Doesn't
probably...
look like there's any drainage problems there.
No, looks great.
I've just been great the whole way around.
You're the poster child for
That's
knee
what we do.
replacement.
That's
right?
it.
That's the idea.
That's what he is trying to
All right.
tell people. How to, I'm not sure we can convince people, but that's
Is this
his...
supposed to hurt or something?
No, I'm not gonna, I have good news and I don't hurt or anything. We're just cleaning it up a little bit.
No, he says, isn't knee replacement supposed to hurt?
No,
Well, he
I
was,
figured, usually you put some kind of antibiotic or
Oh.
something that's supposed to sting like heck.
oh, no,
No, remember we don't
Cold
put
thing like
anything
that
on
over
there.
there.
to
Nothing.
get rid of that glue.
nothing.
Okay, gonna get rid of the glue, okay.
Nothing to get rid of the glue, so nothing that's got any
I'll
kind of,
photograph better without the glue.
yeah.
Well, that's the best news I've heard all day. I can drive and get rid of the stockings. I just want to rip them off right now.
Well, go for it.
You can if you'd like.
I would like. But I've been good at keeping them on the whole time like I was told.
Just
Probably get better blood pressure without these things too.
good. I'll wear those for with my boots this winter.
Okay, oops.
I'll get it.
Okay, here, you want to put this in your collection here, over there? Okay.
Okay. Just gonna put a little adhesive on there to help these stick.
Okay.
These may fall off in a day or two. That's fine. You might find them in the sheets tomorrow morning. They
Okay.
might fall off after a shower. That's okay.
Is there
If
anything
they-
I shouldn't do,
No.
other than don't put lotion or anything on them?
No, that's
Okay.
it. No lotion, no peroxide, nothing on there except soap
Okay.
and water.
Okay.
If these are still there in a week, you can go ahead and pull them off.
Okay.
What kind of questions do you have for me?
Hey, you answered my two biggies. Can I drive and get rid of these stockings? That was my big concern. And I can shower at will with these guys.
Yes.
I can pretty much do what I want except don't go in a hot tub or a bath or something dirty like that.
And practice driving in the parking lot before you.
Yeah, practice driving in the park and I'll just go down to the shopping center and when it's not busy and drive around there and make sure that gas to brake works fine
Yes. That's the big one.
and automatic.
2 weeks ago today, came out of surgery.
Yeah, a little bit longer. It was 7:30 in the morning, maybe 8 o'clock by the time they were
Two.
sitting on me.
2 weeks ago today, Thursday.
So I was looking at your physical therapy notes. You're doing very good with it. Your range of motion is fantastic.
Just a statistical outlier. It's a little trouble living with me, ask my wife.
Oh, so difficult.
But I managed to impress all the medical people here, so I'm going to share my secrets with everybody so you can get a whole lot more people like me in here. I like that?
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, the biggest, simplest, direct forward thing is no pain medicine. This pain is just not that big a deal. It's not any secret, magical, yoga, altered state, levitation, out-of-body experience. It's just when you're doped up on pain, your pain's there for a purpose, and you start pulling and tearing at those incisions. If you know where your pain is, just stop. Move slow. You don't feel anything for the first 20 hours because of the anesthesia. And then, yeah, hey, 3 hours later you realize, yeah, they did saw the end of my bones off, but this isn't that bad. I can deal with this. And then for another 3 hours you're thinking about something else and working on walking up and down the halls and getting better. And if it bothers you, just walk. That makes you feel better than anything. It's just to walk. And then, you know, I mean, they're still going to put the, you know, fall hazard bracelet on you, but you're not going to be all doped up, grogged around, constipated, nauseated, itching, and you'll know where to go and just move real slow like an old man. And then in 2 weeks you'll be right here like I am.
Well,
Now it helps to do a whole bunch of preparation. I mean, to me this was the fight of my life. You know, I didn't want to be a 200-pound crippled up bent old man burden to my wife and my daughter. So I just practiced for this, dropped 23 pounds. Now this is the fight of my life, and I came out of victorious.
That's great. Did you go to one of our commitment classes too?
I went to 3 classes. I don't know which one is the commitment. One of them was like a physical therapy one, then one a hospital listen to the guy tell me about all the horrible pain we're going through. Boy, did he lie. And how you need your medicine, don't try to suck up to it.
He didn't lie. You didn't have the same experience he described that others have had.
Well, I'm telling you the reasons why from my opinion and my experience. I'm not looking for an argument.
So a couple more things. When you go to the airport, we don't have cards to give you for TSA.
I don't believe many have, my understanding.
You don't believe what? Cards?
Yeah.
So when you go to the airport, be sure and tell the TSA agent that you've had your knees replaced.
Okay.
They'll send you through the metal detector. Most likely will go off.
Okay.
And then they'll come over and want it. So no cards that can get you through the TSA.
Okay.
If you decide to take a road trip here, like go up to the mountains to see the leaves change or something, you probably will need to stop. For most people, I know you're not most people,
This is true.
about every hour and a half, just to walk around a little bit so you don't get
Well,
too
that's
stiff.
true. I got to keep moving. If I sit too long, I get very uncomfortable. For me to get up, down, move around,
Mhm.
that's key for me.